ज्वाइन करने के लिए एंड लेट मी वेलकम आशु चोपड़ा जी, जिन्होंने ये प्लेटफॉर्म शुरू किया एक मोटिव के साथ कि हम एक दूसरे का सपोर्ट बने, एक दूसरे को अपलिफ्ट करने में हेल्प करें. सो आशु जी,
So thank you, Shanu, for welcoming me, and I feel it's a very high time that we all get together and welcome Rekha. This is her first session for the group. She's a very experienced counselor. She's a very experienced trainer, and she's got the right kind of experience to guide us on a very particular important topic that she's going to handle today. हम बहुत खुश हैं कि आज ये हमारे बीच में हैं, and we wish you all the best, Rekha, and you know that we'll connect all with the group very well and make it a very interesting and interactive session. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Chopra, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Dr. Preeti, for recommending me and introducing me to this platform. And I'm really glad to meet all of you. Before I start my session, I would like to know from all of you that are you all comfortable in English, or you want me to do a mix?
It has to be mix of English and Hindi both.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much. So now I would request all of you to go on mute so that there's no disturbance. Is my screen visible? You can show me a thumbs up. Great. Thank you so much. So my topic for the day is 5 simple ways to connect with your child emotionally, right? Even though I have mentioned it, child, it can be anyone, right? It can be common, and these points, whatever I'm going to share with you all, is applicable in each and every relationship, right? So before I go ahead, I start my topic. I just want to introduce about myself. I'm Rekha Subramanian, based at Mumbai. I'm a certified parenting coach, relationship coach, and a wealth coach. I'm also a certified psychological counselor and a certified DMIT counselor. I have more than 2 decades of experience in financial services and 2+ years of experience in coaching and counseling. Apart from this, we run, I'm a founder of Miracle Morning Club, which is a 5 a.m. club where we connect every day online and focus on holistic life, leading a holistic life. Okay. I would request everyone to be on mute. Thank you. So this club is basically a completely free club, and this we started in the year 2020 December during the pandemic, and recently we have completed 600 days. Okay. Apart from this, we also run a wealth mastery club wherein we focus, we prepare our mind for the wealth. Okay. So these are the 2 things I do apart from this coaching and counseling. Now coming to the topic, everyone knows about the topic, right? Now, what do you feel? Sorry, 1 second now. I'll just reshare my screen. Is it visible? Okay. Now the topic where I have used 2 important words. One is connect and the second is emotionally. I'm sure all of you understand the meaning of this word, right? I want to know from all of you, what do you understand by the word connect? Let's first go about emotion, emotionally connection. Okay. What do you understand by this? Before I tell you about it, I want to know what you understand. आप लोग का क्या सोच है इस बारे में? So you all can unmute and tell me, or you can put it in the chat box. It would be great if few of you can switch on your videos, because it looks like मैं खुद से बात कर रही हूँ या मैं अपने लैपटॉप से बात कर रही हूँ, और मुझे ये डाउट बार बार मन में लग रहा है कि आप लोग मुझे सुन पा रहे हो कि नहीं. So I would request everyone, जब आपने decide किया that you know you wanted to be here, so why not be here fully, right? I understand सबका it's a working day and everyone is busy with something or the other, but when you decided to listen to me, तो 1 घंटा आप यहाँ दे सकते, right? So I would really request everyone to switch on your videos so that let it be an interesting and interactive session. Otherwise, मुझे तो deliver करना है and I will do it. But for you, how much you are going to take it out of this 1 hour, that matters, right? So it would be great. Thank you, Mr. Chopra, for switching on your camera. Okay, others are okay. So can you please at least answer and participate?
Emotionally correct for me is when I'm able to understand the other person's emotions, what all the person is telling, अपने बारे में वो जो भी बता रहे हैं या जो भी बात कर रहे हैं, वर्ड्स के अलावा जो वो इमोशंस जो हैं उनके उस स्टेट ऑफ माइंड में I'm able to connect with those emotions. For me, I understand like this.
Great. Thank you so much, Shanuji. Anyone else? Yes, please.
Another connection is from the heart. That you can feel the other person.
Mm-hmm.
At times, the other person is not able to express or say anything, but you should have that kind of a heart, that kind of a connection that you understand that person's feelings or that whatever is going through in that person's mind. So something like that.
Great. Thank you so much. Yes, anyone else? Dr. Preeti, Dr. Sona?
Yes. Maybe the matching of the vibes.
What's the question, please?
I said, what do you understand by emotional connection or connecting with someone with emotionally?
Empathy होता है ना? Empathy होता है. आपको it's just being empathetic, understanding what the other person is going through.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, Soni ji.
Yeah, Soni. Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening. मैंने अभी just join किया. Thank you शानू जी for reminding. मैं अभी बाहर से आई हूँ. तो emotionally, just to listen what the other person wants to say, and then decide what next to be done, and keep taking care of, and in between keep asking, how are you? This is emotionally connected. क्योंकि हम different cities में रहते हैं तो बात करते रहना. That is how, and likes and dislikes का ध्यान रखना. ये
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Anyone else would like to try, or you want me to move ahead? Okay, let me move ahead. So all of you are absolutely right. You know, किसी के साथ just मिलना and उनके साथ में connect होना. Now, when we always use this word, we often use it, right? It's good to connect with you. But do you really actually mean that? You know, वो हम word ही गलत जगह पे use करते हैं, right? We meet a person for the first time and we say this, right? Good to connect with you. But are we really connected with them emotionally? Do we really understand? Now, what I mean from here is connecting emotionally. That is connecting with a person on the soul level, you know. You can say you are connected with a person when you understand that person's emotions, feelings, what they are going through, even without them telling you, right? So this is what the connection means. All of you were actually right. Now, since I have been asked to take about a session on parenting, I have connected it with a child. No matter how much age your child is, okay, you can still try. And for those whose children are really grown up, never mind, you can apply these things in any of your relationship, right? So, just a minute. So the best part to do is, there are 3 C's which you need to do to connect with anyone emotionally. So the first C is, okay, 1 second. People are still joining in. Can I make one of you as a co-host so that you can admit them? Because that's disturbing my flow actually. Can I make Shanuji?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just making you a co-host. I hope it's done, Shanuji. Yeah, great. So the 3 C's, what you need to do is connect, compliment, and communicate. Now let us see it. What do I mean by connect, right? As I said, when you say that you are emotionally connected, first and the foremost thing is your posture should be correct. You know, when a person is talking to you, जब आप किसी से बात करते हो, अगर आप बोलते हो, हाँ बोलो मैं सुन रहा हूँ, हाँ बोलो मैं सुन रही, you know, even with your child, we often do this. हाँ बोलो ना, मैं तो अभी खाना बना रही हूँ, बोलते जाओ मैं सुन रही हूँ. No, that's a wrong way. That means that you're fully not connecting with that person. The correct way is stop doing whatever you're doing, pay attention to what the person is saying. And the most important thing is the eye contact. You know, it should be from both the end, even when you're talking and even when you're listening to anyone. You should look into that person's eye and tell and speak and listen even when you're listening. Okay. And then you're letting the person to speak, you know, especially with the kids. What we do is when they come to us and say something, oh अच्छा मुझे तो पता ही था कि तुम ऐसे ही करो, मुझे मालूम ही था कि तुम्हारे यही numbers आएंगे, right? We assume many a times, and हम assume क्या करते हैं? Whatever is running in our own mind, है ना? Without letting the other person complete or without letting the other person speak. What we need to do, the correct thing is allow the person to speak, listen to them patiently, let them complete it, right? And then you talk or you put your opinion or your suggestions, whatever it is. This is the correct way of connecting with your child or your partner or any relationship, even with your subordinates. You know, we always say this, हाँ मुझे पता ही था कि तुम तो छुट्टी के लिए ही आए हो मेरे पास, or you have come to me just to ask for an increment. Not necessary, right? वो कुछ और भी बात करने आया होगा. He could have come to share some problem with you. Anything it could. But what we do, we always judge the people. We always assume before they speak out. So let them speak. Let them complete their conversation. And when they are doing it, even when you are listening, you need to be aware. You need to be mindful. You need to be present with them. And you need to let them feel that, yes, I'm listening to you. आप मल्टीटास्किंग करते करते बोलोगे कि हाँ मैं सुन रहा हूँ, मैं बोल रहा हूँ, मैं कर रही हूँ, सुन रही हूँ. No, that's not the right. So connecting with anyone in these manner is very, very important, right? Now the next thing is compliment. जब, you know, especially in case of kids, what happens is we always attach their efforts with the results. And हम क्या करते हैं? Even if a child is trying to score a good mark, we still say, अच्छा क्या हुआ? 13 out of 15 लाया, 15 out of 15 तो लेके नहीं आया ना. Do you feel that the child will be encouraged? No, right? And instead of, motivating them, we are actually discouraging them. So what we need to do? We need to compliment them for whatever small things they are doing in their life. Because if we going to encourage them do the small things, they will have the courage to do the bigger things tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I would request everyone to be on mute, please. Do not unmute yourself. Thank you. So compliments plays a very important role when it comes to the family, right? Compliment them when they are even doing a small task, even if they are, putting back their plate on the sink after having their breakfast. Compliment them. Oh, you're so fabulous. You're so great that you did this for me. And that will encourage them, especially with the children. If you start doing it from the day one, they will grow as a very confident person. And they will never, एक उनके अंदर जो एक hesitations रहता है या वो एक झिझक रहता है, वो नहीं रहेगा, right? Compliment them whenever they are doing some good things, whenever they are being obedient to you, or whenever they are showing some respect to you or to anyone. Compliment them. Oh, great. I'm so happy that you wished auntie. Right? So like that, if we are going to do it, the child will be confident. They will be encouraged to do these actions. Now, compliment also initiatives, compliment the initiatives. Like I said, you need to compliment their efforts, not the results. It's okay if they have not scored good marks, even if they have not scored full marks. आजकल तो पेरेंट्स की एक्सपेक्टेशंस भी इतनी ज्यादा बड़ी रहती है चिल्ड्रन के साथ में, right? And we forgot to appreciate their efforts, whatever they are putting. And you can see that, your child is working hard. It's okay if they don't score good marks now. They might do it next time. But at least appreciate whatever efforts they are putting in, right? And
can I say something? Sorry to intervene, but can I say something here? At times, with us parents, हमें पता है हमारे बच्चे का पोटेंशियल क्या है और ठीक है वो हार्ड वर्क कर रहा है, लेकिन हमें पता है कि इट इज नॉट एक्सपेक्टेशन. अक्सर होता है कि हमें पता है कि तुम इतना कर सकते हो, उसका इंटेलेक्चुअल लेवल हो या लेवल ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग हो कॉन्सेप्ट को लेके, तब भी जब आउटपुट नहीं आता है ना वैसा, तो तब क्या करें? तब बच्चों को कैसे हम सपोर्ट करें, समझाएं कि थोड़ा सा और करना है, यू आर ऑन द राइट ट्रैक. लेकिन I hope you're getting my point.
Yes, I got your point. Even in that case, compliment their efforts first. जब वो आपके पास अपने results लेके आते हैं ना, वहां पे आपको comment नहीं करना कि I know that you are highly potential. I know कि आप ये कर सकते हो, but you did not do it. Right? ये हम हमेशा से करते हैं. Don't do that. Because उनको भी पता है कि आपकी expectation उनसे ये रहता है, right? And they are already not happy with their performance. आप उनसे पूछो ना, how do you feel? Are you happy with this result? Ask them. And you will always find they will say, no, I'm really not happy with my performance, or I'm not happy with my marks. And when you know that they are already upset with their performance, they are realizing what mistakes they have done. You don't have to, उसके ऊपर और आपको डालने की जरूरत नहीं है. वहां पे, that is why we say that you need to be empathetic. You tell them, it's okay. It's fine. आपको कितना भी गुस्सा आ रहा अंदर से. But all you need to do is tell them that it's fine. You did not score it. It's okay. Whatever efforts you have put in, it's really good. I appreciate that. Let's try it next time. वहां पे और कुछ नहीं बोलना है, because the child is already upset. He or she is not in a mood to listen, right? उस समय आप कुछ भी सजेशन एडवाइस दोगे ना, उनके दिमाग में वो जाएगा ही नहीं. Yes, Mr. Jo.
If you have, contradict a lot of things of the child, if you don't listen to it, but force your opinion, so it might be possible that you may lose that kind of a connection with your own child, because कोई लगेगा कि मेरी तो सुनते नहीं है, they are not understanding my problems. So that's very important, that you should first be able to listen to what they want to say, so that whatever is in their heart or mind, it should come out to you.
True. So that point of time, just you don't have to compliment the result. Okay, numbers kharab aaye hain. You have to say that even though you have got the less marks, I appreciate your efforts. Whatever hard work you have put in, I appreciate it. वहां पे आपको उसको छोड़ देने का है. Later on, when they are in a good mood, when they are in a mood to listen to you, then you give them your advice, your suggestions. आपको जो लगता है कि नहीं शायद तुम इस तरीके से करते तो you could have scored better. That you tell them later when they are actually in a mood to listen. क्योंकि वो खुद अपने से upset है. Then teachers might have also given them a lot of lecture when giving the results after seeing it. उसके बाद जब वो घर पे आते हैं थक हार के पूरा upset होकर के, वहां पे if even you are going to lecture them, they will not. They will take it as मम्मी का तो काम ही है चिल्लाना मेरे ऊपर, या मम्मी का तो बस लेक्चर ही देते रहेंगी मुझे. You know, they will take you in this manner. They will not take you seriously. So do not give any advice or anything at that point of time. Keep it for later. At that point of time, just compliment them for whatever efforts they have given. Right? I hope I could explain you. Right? And as I said, the last point, compliment steps towards long-term goal. Right? So if we keep on complimenting their small efforts, they will have the courage to work towards a long-term, right? So compliment plays a very important role when it comes to family, when it comes to any relationship, when it comes to your spouse, anyone, right? Now the third C. Okay, before that, as I said, praise the efforts, not only the results. Okay. Praise the progress, not extraordinary results. As I said earlier, the quote itself is self-explanatory to all of us, right? Communicate. This is the backbone of every relationship, right? And if we keep our communication properly, we can avoid a lot of conflicts, right? Eliminate distractions, learn how to really listen. As I said, if you are listening to a person, listen to them mindfully. That means do not do any task. Even if you're doing, if your child is coming and saying, I want to talk to you, leave everything, keep everything aside. How much ever important work it is. कितना भी जरूरी काम है, आप कुछ भी कर रहे हो, काम बाद में भी हो सकता है. But your child will not come to you. Once if you say, no, I'm busy right now, फिर वो कभी भी आपके पास आएगा नहीं शेयर करने के लिए. So whenever they come, listen to them. Listen to them with closed mouth. As I said, let them first speak out. आप खुद से judge नहीं करना. You should not judge or assume. अच्छा मुझे पता है अभी तो ये बोलेगा कि तुम्हारा फोन चाहिए मुझे. और you know, I know that now you are going to come and tell me that you want to go out with your friends. No, it could be something else also. So first listen to them actively with your closed mouth. Okay. Let your children know that they have been heard. As I said, in between when you're listening, you should say, the only thing what you should say is, yes, beta, I'm listening to you. That will ensure them that you are there for them. You're there, you're listening to them. Right? Ask the right questions. as I said, if something you find, in their room, something has fallen down from the table, हम क्या बोलेंगे generally? मुझे मालूम है कि तुमने गिराया होगा, right? This is how we all react to it, right? Instead of that, you can ask, अरे ये सामान टेबल से गिर कैसे गया? There are huge difference between these two questions. When I say, मुझे पता है कि तुमने गिराया, what am I doing? I'm blaming my child. I'm labeling him that you have thrown this. Whereas when I say this, कि अरे ये सामान नीचे कैसे गिर गया? I'm not blaming him. I'm just asking him. So it really matters how you're putting your questions. What is the right kind of questions you're putting? If you're blaming your child, even for a smaller thing, उनके दिमाग में क्या जाएगा? That mommy don't trust me. अभी क्या फायदा मैं सच भी बोल लूं, फिर भी मम्मी को तो यही लगेगा कि मैंने ही किया है. So many times they keep quiet. They are scared of sharing the truth with you, right? So always be conscious, be mindful about what type of questions you are asking, right? And it is very important to have a family time, schedule it every day, at least ensure that take out the 10 minutes, you all are there sitting together, even if you share about how your day was, right? हम क्या करते हैं जनरली, बच्चा जैसे स्कूल से आता है हम उसको पूछते हैं, अरे स्कूल कैसे रहा, टीचर ने क्या बोला, तुमने ये किया, तुमने वो किया, ये वाला कंप्लीट किया, वो वाला करके आया? No. Believe me, the moment you share your routine, आपको कैसे करने का, आपको पता है आज मेरा दिन बहुत अच्छा गया. Today I had this session and I spoke to this person, I spoke to that person, and my day was amazing. The moment you share this with them, when you are there sitting together, they will also have the habit of sharing it with whatever has happened. आपको directly पूछने की जरूरत ही नहीं कि स्कूल में क्या हुआ. So decide a family time. It could be the breakfast time, but for most of us, with the children, breakfast time becomes very difficult. So you can decide the dinner time. Like in my house, we all have dinner together. How much ever early it is or late it is, we wait for each other and we ensure that we share our, how our day was, our experience about the day, or anything important we want to communicate. So that is the time we talk. Now, when I say we talk, keep all your phone, gadgets and everything out of the dining table. मैं तो मेरे बच्चे को बोलती हूँ कि I don't want to see the phone on the dining table. If it is there, you won't get food. That's
And
it.
that is the biggest challenge.
No, see, in case of child, हमें ये लगता है कि ये challenge है. क्यों? क्योंकि हम सोचते हैं कि बच्चा मेरा बात सुने, right? And we often complain that my child does not listen to me. But believe me, children don't listen to anyone. They follow your footsteps. Now, if you want your child not to have the phone on the dining table, now you also should develop a habit of putting your phone into your bedroom when it is a family time, when it is your talking time, right? So वो simply हमारे steps को follow करते हैं. अगर हम phone रखे हैं and if I tell our children कि नहीं, you're not supposed to use the phone, they will not listen to you because immediately they will say आप भी तो use कर रहे हो. Right? How much important work it is, how much important the call is, keep it aside, because whatever habit you want to inculcate in your child, you have to do it first. You have to follow that first. जो rules हम बच्चे के लिए बनाते हैं वो हमें खुद पहले करना पड़ेगा. Then only they will also do it. Because वहां पे उनको लगेगा अच्छा मम्मा तो नहीं रख रही है, पापा तो नहीं रख रहे, तो even I should not. carry my food. So कुछ भी उनसे करवाना हो ना, पहले खुद करना पड़ेगा, तब वो करें. Right? Yes, Sonu ji, you have raised your hand.
Yeah, लेकिन जो बच्चे काफी बड़े हो गए हैं, like above 20, 23, my son is 23. So क्या होने लगा है कि he start avoiding eating with us, क्योंकि वो PS4, PS5 खेलते हुए ही खाना खाते हैं और टाइमिंग्स चेंज है उनकी, और तो फिर ये इसको कैसे मैनेज करें?
पहली चीज तो आपको ये बोलना पड़ेगा, even if you have, you know, food at 2 different times, उनकी टाइमिंग
there is
अलग
a
है.
saying, na, there is a saying, the family that eats together stays together.
That is there, but you know, कहने के लिए तो सर बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, but are we actually implementing it? Are we really working to it? That matters.
Practically it's not possible. That's the main problem.
It is possible. The question is, all of us have to make that effort. If I say that I want to have dinner with my family, I have to make that effort. First and the foremost thing is you need to communicate it to the other people that yes, I want to have dinner with all of you. Because if you're not going to tell them, they will not understand that someone is waiting for me. वो तो ये बोलेंगे, अच्छा हमें तो पता ही नहीं था कि आप मेरे लिए वेट कर रहे हो. See, communication, that is why I say, you know, communication plays a very big role when it comes to family, when it comes to relationship. And Soni ji, आपके लिए तो initially आपको ये बताना पड़ेगा, since your son is 20 plus, he knows very well the consequences of using mobile while eating. So all you need to do is, आप उनको पहले प्यार से बोलो कि this time I'm here, even if you're having food, sit in front of him and tell him that let us talk, or say that I want to talk to you. And आप उनके साथ उस समय में कुछ भी चीज अपना शेयर करो, ठीक है? And tell him that when I'm talking, I don't want you to use your mobile. It's my request. ये आप 2-4 बार प्यार से करके देखो. Still, if he continues, simply एक ही चीज बोलने का, if you are holding your phone, you will not get your food. That's it. You have to keep that condition, right? या फिर, if possible, if your time suits, encourage him to have food with all of you. पहले तो आप वो करिए, नहीं होता है सामने बैठ जाइए, कुछ भी बातें करते रहिए उस टाइम पे, so that until he finishes his food. And then you will see slowly that even he starts sharing. And धीरे धीरे जब ये करने लगेंगे ना, वो फिर habit हो जाएगा. If at all it is not working out, simply कहने का, no phone, then only food. अगर phone है तो food नहीं मिलेगा. That's it. Because ये हम लोगों को करना पड़ता है, right?
But they are grown-up children, Rekha. How can you be so strict and so straightforward to them?
But it's not so easy.
I know it is not easy. It's not easy even with a 5-year-old child. I'm sure those who are having a younger children will agree with me. I have an 11-year-old kid.
The younger children are dependent on you, Rekha. They cannot go out of the house and have it.
Even if they are dependent on us, they are very stubborn at this point. You know, please mama, थोड़ी देर, 2 minutes में देखूंगा, फिर मैं रख दूंगा. ये होता है, ठीक है? It is we who need to be patient enough and handle this. How much ever age it is, husbands नहीं सुनते हैं. अरे एक ही मैसेज तो मैं करता हूँ ना, नहीं, मैं तो फूड सर्व ही नहीं करती हूँ ना, जब तक वो फोन नीचे नहीं रखेंगे. फिर बोले अरे खाना तो दो, तो फोन तो रखो बाजू में, then I'll give you food ना. See, हमें करना है.
It is very easy said than done, I suppose. Very easy said than done. For grown-up children, it's very difficult.
It is difficult.
हमने खाना ही नहीं खाना. We are going. I think
नहीं, हमें बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं आशु जी. हमें खाना नहीं खाना, आज तो मन भी नहीं है मेरा ये खाने का. I will order it.
I'm going.
Let them
I will
go.
order it.
Do not please them. Let them go. पर कितना दिन जाएंगे, कितने दिन बाहर से ऑर्डर करेंगे? Ultimately they'll have to, even if they are ordering the food, they'll have to come to you for paying, na, until they don't earn themselves, right? मैं कह रही हूँ पहले आप उनको प्यार से समझाओ, ठीक है? प्यार से बोलो, बेटा this is the time for us to talk. Okay, you see that I have made a new rule. Let us make this dinner time as a family time, or give them the responsibility. It is your responsibility to get all the members at this time to the dining table. आप उनको भी involve कर लो अपने plan में. Then you will automatically see. हमें तरीका ढूंढना पड़ता है कि हमको ये देखना है कि हम उनको प्यार से करें या डंडे से करें या किस तरीके से करें. Like the day when my son don't listen to me, and believe me, whatever I'm sharing here, my own personal experience, this is a practical experience. मैं सिर्फ यहाँ कहने के लिए नहीं कह रही, तो मैं उसको responsibility देती हूँ. It is your responsibility to get the plates. It is your responsibility to fill the glasses with water. When you involve them in the work, na, they will not get diverted. उनको पता है, it is my responsibility, so I have to do it. And when you're giving them the responsibility, you will also have to let them know that you trust them. You know कि आपने उनको बोला है तो वो करेंगे ही करेंगे. ये बात आपको उनको बताना पड़ेगा. Right? I know beta, you will do it. भूल जाएंगे, आपको रिमाइंड भी करना है. Whose responsibility is this? Whose responsibility is this to get all the plates? आपको ये बताना पड़ेगा प्यार से, हंसते हुए, not necessary कि लड़ झगड़ कर या गुस्सा कर ही करना है. No, आराम से आप बोलो, अरे ये तो किसकी responsibility है, किसने नहीं किया है. You don't have to even take out their name. And when you tell them this, it's a reminder for them. फिर वो खुद उठ के बोलेंगे, अच्छा सॉरी मम्मा मैं भूल गया. There's a way to do it. Right? जरूरी नहीं कि हमेशा हम डांट कर बोले या ये. If they say मुझे नहीं खाना है, fine, मत खाओ. It is you who are going to stay hungry, not me. And how many times they will go out and eat food? आप पैसे मत दो. अगर आपको ऐसे लगता है कि वो घर का खाना छोड़ के बाहर जाके खा रहा है, just because you stopped him from using the mobile, stop giving him the pocket money. That's it. Why? Because it's a punishment. You did not listen to me, so you will not get the pocket money. That's it. See, प्यार भी करना है, punish भी करना है when it is not working out.
Don't you think that children will become rebellion attitude like this?
Exactly.
They will, but when they are in the good mood, as I said, you know, you have to explain them. You have to explain them the consequences. You know, आप ये कर रहे हो, मुझे कोई problem नहीं है. आप मोबाइल देखते देखते खाओ, but how it is going to affect your health, how it is going to affect your brain, you have to explain them the consequences when they are in the mood to listen. जब वो जिद कर रहे हो, उस समय आप उनको नहीं बता सकते, right? इसलिए मैं कह रही हूँ, you need to have lot of patience to overcome all this. अगर day one से हम practice करते हैं, then it is the easiest and the convenient way. Let me tell you, you don't have to work hard later on. But जिनके grown up children है, जिनके साथ ये problems होती है, you need to handle it this way. First explain them the consequences. मुझे मालूम है कि तुझे पता है, but I just want to remind you, if you're going to use it like this, these are the consequences. And tomorrow if you have any health issues, the problem किसको होगा? Ultimately, we are the family, we are your parents, and we are going to take care of you. And we all will be affected because of it. So you have to talk to them. You have to communicate what are the consequences will be there. Right?
That time when the children grow up, I mean, they've got their own likes and dislikes of kind of food they want to eat. So घर का उनको खाना पसंद नहीं आता. That's another issue that comes up.
Make a rule. महीने का या वीकली वंस यू विल बी अलाउड टू ईट आउटसाइड, योर चॉइस ऑफ फूड. दैट टाइम उनको जाके आप ये नहीं बोलोगे कि नहीं दिस इज अनहेल्दी, दिस इज हेल्दी, यू शुड हैव दिस. नहीं, वो दिन उनका है. लेट देम हैव देयर ओन थिंग एट देयर ओन चॉइस. बस रेस्ट 6 days they need to have whatever is being cooked at home. Simple. See, here is
रिक्वेस्ट आपसे और है कि ये पेरेंटिंग का बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे. आप ऐसा भी एक सेशन कीजिए जिसमें बच्चों को आप सिर्फ करिए कंडक्ट, पेरेंट्स नहीं हो उसमें, सिर्फ
Sure.
बच्चे हों और आप
Counseling you
उनको
want to say,
करिए.
na? Sony, counseling you
counseling,
mean.
I do one-on-one counseling even for the kids.
हाँ नहीं, ये जैसे 1-on-1 तो नहीं हो रहा है ना, ये तो विद पेरेंट्स हो रहा है
This
या
is
यू नो.
with parents.
हाँ, तो
I do
अगर
that.
आप बच्चों से भी के साथ भी करेंगे तो कुछ छोटे बच्चे होंगे, कुछ बड़े, सब अपने अपने व्यूज देंगे, तो दे ऑल विल अंडरस्टैंड कि हाउ ऑल द पीपल आर गोइंग ऑन, लाइक यू नो,
Sure,
दैट विल हेल्प.
sure, I'll do that. So communication, coming back to my slides, I'm sure that we all had enough of discussion. So communication is very, very important. This is where, you know, setting boundaries helps. You give them the freedom. ठीक है, friends के साथ बाहर जाना है, जाओ. But set a boundary that you should be back by 9 o'clock. Or whatever the time. I'm just giving an example. Okay? Sorry. So that you're not stopping them from going out. You're giving them the freedom. And also showing that you trust them that they will be back by 9. Now, by chance, if they come late, जो कि grown-up children में common है. If I ask now the grown-up children's parents, they'll say हमेशा से तो late ही आते हैं. फिर हमें इंतजार करके बैठना पड़ता है, right? At that situation, explain them the consequences of staying late outside. ठीक है? They are not that grown-up enough to safeguard themselves, right? And if you are telling them to come home early, it is because for their own safety, right? So you have to explain them, set the boundaries, set it healthy, set the rules, but share it with them, communicate it. In fact, we say that when you're setting the rules, sit with them. आप अपने तरीके से rules मत बनाओ. आप उनको भी उसमें involve करो. Involve them when you're setting up the rules. Ask them what kind of rules you feel that I should keep for you. When you are doing this with them, when you are involving them, no, believe me, आपका एक connection उनके साथ जो रहता है, that takes into a different level. And they will also understand that, you know, you're treating them as a person, you're valuing their opinions, their suggestions. And जब वो suggest करे तो एक आध rules उनका वाला भी आप include कर लेना. Right? That is how setting boundaries and setting rules help. So for that also, communication is a must. Right? It should not be like आप बोलोगे मैंने तो rule बनाया था और आपने उनको communicate ही नहीं किया. And they say अच्छा आपने कब बनाया, मुझे तो पता ही नहीं है. Right? So whoever it is, be it your spouse, be it your children, communicate with them. Spouses के साथ भी यही होता है. Husband office से आते हैं, बैठ जाते चुपचाप टीवी ऑन करके in the expectation कि अब मेरी wife मेरे लिए एक गरम कप का चाय लेके आई. And the wife thinks अभी husband ने पूछा ही नहीं है तो मैं क्या दूं, वो अपने काम में busy है. फिर क्या होता है, husband गुस्सा से अरे मैं कब से आके बैठा हूँ, मुझे चाय भी नहीं पिलाया. Then the wife says अच्छा आपको चाय पीना था, मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था, आप मुझे बोल देते. See, these are the common things which happens in every house. अगर वो husband आते साथ बोल देता I need a cup of tea, give me, या वो wife पूछ लेती would you like to have a cup of tea, बात वहीं खत्म हो जाती ना, फिर तो वो लड़ाई झगड़ा का reasons ही नहीं रहता. So communication plays a very important role. So if you communicate properly, there will be lot of conflicts. 80% of relationship conflicts can be ignored if there is a proper communication. Sorry. That's what. Listen earnestly to anything your child want to tell you, no matter what. Now, this is really applicable to all the parents. अगर वो बकवास भी आके करे, फिर भी आप सुनो उनसे. Because if you don't listen eagerly to the little stuff when they are little, they won't tell you the big stuff when they are big. Because for them, all of it has always been big stuff. Right? छोटा बच्चा है, वो आके बताता है. Maybe that हमें लगता है कि वो छोटा है, पर उसके लिए तो वो बड़ी चीज है. Right? इसलिए फिर grown up children के parents they come and say, oh they don't share it with me. देखो आपको बताया as a counselor, फिर हमें नहीं बताया as a parent. हम तो parents हैं, हमें तो बताना चाहिए था, हमें तो पता होना चाहिए. उसके लिए पहले आप कितना सुन रहे हो अपने बच्चे, that matters. So that is why we say, even if your child comes and tells you whatever it is, listen to them. Then only it encourages them to come and share you each and everything. Right? Speak quietly so your children can hear your words instead of your voice. This is also very important. You should say whatever you want to say very firmly, not loudly. So you don't have to raise your voice, but your words needs to be heard properly. Right? Now, the last two C's, which you should not do it. Compare and criticize. Right? Negative effects of comparing your child, even among two child. If you have two child, if you're comparing them with each other, the negative things are, they'll develop stress, lower self-esteem, as I said, self-worth, shy away from social situations. फिर, you know, parents come and complain us, घर में तो बहुत अच्छा गाता है, but when we ask them to sing in front of someone, they do. कैसे गाएंगे? आप जब घर पे वो गाता है, अच्छा गा रहे हो, पर तुम्हारा वॉइस अच्छा नहीं, या तुम्हारा सुर नहीं लग रहे, खत्म बात वहीं पर. The child will never have the courage to come and do it in front of you. And जब वो आपके सामने नहीं करेंगे, वो दुनिया के सामने तो कर ही नहीं सकते. Right? So encourage them whatever they do, but builds career-free attitude, carefree attitude. Sorry. फिर वही है, एक लेवल के बाद ये लोग तो बस ऐसे ही बोलेंगे. Right? मम्मी तो ऐसे ही बोलती रहती है, पापा तो चिल्लाते रहते हैं. They take you in that. Suppresses talents, as I said, you know. If you start comparing them, नहीं उसको देखो भैया तो बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है, उसका ड्राइंग कितनी परफेक्ट आई है, आपका नहीं आया. Distance from you, obviously, if you keep on comparing, मम्मी का काम ही यही, and they will stop it. फिर तो relation तो tomorrow you can't come back and say that मेरा बच्चा मेरे साथ कुछ share नहीं. Right? Foster sibling rivalry, as I said, you know, भैया का मार्क्स अच्छा है, तुम्हारा नहीं आया, मैथ्स में उसने अच्छा स्कोर किया, तुमने नहीं किया. You always need to keep it in mind that every child is unique, right? Everyone have their different talents. Right? Someone may be good at music, someone may be good at studies, someone may be good at dancing, someone may be good at some other things. Right? All of us in this world are unique and different from each other. How much ever similarity we find, nahi hai. Right? So we should always keep it in mind. Last one is, all of you know, criticizing. In parenting, we call it labeling. Now the demerits, what are the effects of criticism on children? It affects their attachment style. As I say, you know, if you keep on criticizing, वो completely detached हो जाएंगे. Shame complex, उनको शर्मिंदगी महसूस हो. If you keep on, अरे तुम तो इतने मोटे हो, तुम इतना खाते हो. Right? These are the things जब हम उनको criticize करते हैं, वो that मतलब बहुत completely detached हो जाते हैं. फिर बाद में there are lot of parents who comes and tells us, मेरा बच्चा तो घर में रह के भी हमारे साथ में नहीं रहता, ऐसे फीलिंग हो. So we ask the parents to go back and check what has happened, right? The development of the wrong identity. फिर धीरे धीरे उनके अंदर ये आ जाएगा, अच्छा मैं तो अच्छा गा नहीं सकती, क्यों? क्योंकि मेरी मम्मा ने मुझे बोला है कि मेरा वॉइस अच्छा नहीं, मैं जब गाता हूं तो मोटा आवाज आता है. You know, I agree that we don't do it intentionally. But ये छोटी छोटी चीजें जो हम करते हैं ना एज अ पेरेंट, वो बच्चे के दिमाग में बहुत डीपली बैठ जाता है. And then they believe the most in their parents. And parents जो बोलते हैं ना, उसी चीज को वो सच भी मान लेते. अगर मैं बोल दूं, if I tell my son that you can't run fast, he will never take the effort to even run. क्यों? क्योंकि मेरी मम्मा ने मुझे बोला है कि मैं फास्ट दौड़ नहीं सकती. Loss of self confidence. How they will develop self confidence? अगर हम criticize ही करते रहेंगे. Development of emotional wounds and oversensitivity. Right? So criticize तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं करना. Whatever it is. Instead you should motivate them. कोई बात नहीं, आज इतने ही दौड़ पा रहे हो, कोई बात नहीं. Next day we will try once again so that you can run more. आप फिर से practice करो so that you know your voice will be better. Keep practice. That is the way to do. Instead of labeling them, तुम तो कभी गा ही नहीं सकते, तुम तो ये कर ही नहीं सकते. Never do that. Right? Lastly, correction does much, but encouragement everything. So do not ever forget how much big your child is. Keep encouraging them. Oh, that's good. Keep adding those encouraging words to them, right? We are guilty of many errors and many faults, but our worst crime is abandoning the children, neglecting the fountain of life. Many of the things we need can wait, but the child cannot. To him, we cannot answer tomorrow. His name is okay. Right? So with this, I end my session. If anyone want to
Any
add on
questions you can ask that
or any
from-
questions, if you have, you can ask. Okay, someone has written Ayushi Chaudhary. Sorry, I have to leave the meeting. I really like the wonderful text. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.